Chapter 33. Seeing that Jing Tan was getting along well with the kittens inside, Prince, who had been staying on the cat tree, couldn't sit still anymore. He jumped in after testing a few times. However, after the 5 kittens found Prince, they arched their backs, puffed up their fur and made warning sounds. The only difference was that now, because Jing Tan was there, the 5 kittens seemed to be more confident. They were all close to Jing Tan, making it difficult for Jing Tan to lift his feet. Prince took 2 steps closer and the kittens arched their backs even more. The warning sounds came one after another and they were even closer to Jing Tan. Jing Tan was very annoyed. Why were the 5 kittens so close to his feet? He felt uncomfortable all over, but he was afraid that if he moved too much he would kick, press or bump the kittens, so he was impatient and a little stiff at the same time. Jing Tan's annoyance reached its peak when the prince approached. Jing Tan's ears twitched, and he looked at the approaching American short-hair cat with an oppressive look. "If you don't King get out of here, I'll beat you to death." Xiaoguo, who was standing outside the plastic board, saw the situation and whispered to his cat. It seemed that his cat had no chance to be in the commercial at all. The kittens didn't give him any face at all. Under the pressure from all sides, Prince slowly stepped back, and then jumped out of the circle to find Xiaoguo for comfort. Seeing that the enemy had left, the kittens' alarms were lifted, and they continued to play around Jing Tan. When Jing Tan walked, they followed. When Jing Tan stopped, they all went up to him, rolled around Jing Tan, or played with Jing Tan's paws and tails. Compared to the kittens' happy mood, Jing Tan kept a sour face. Cats didn't have many expressions, but anyone who saw Jing Tan now would think that the cat was in a bad mood. Jing Tan looked down helplessly at the kittens that were lying on their backs and rolling around his paws. The kittens' feet were very tender, reflecting a soft luster under the light. It was completely different from the roughness of the big cat's feet. Jing Tan, on the other hand, ran and climbed trees every day. Compared to other cats, the soles of his feet were more worn out. Jing Tan looked at the little foot that was waving in the air. He raised one of his front paws and compared it with the little pink palm in the air. "It's really small. Can't even compare to the meatball in my palm. However, it was really quite soft." Crack, crack. The sound of a camera taking a picture rang out and the flash flickered. Jing Tan turned his head and looked over. Xiaoguo was holding a camera and taking photos excitedly. He kept changing his position and angle like a monkey. Because there were many obstructions and obstacles, Xiaoguo's posture when taking photos was very strange, just like those wretched uncles who took photos under a girl's skirt. "Manager, this is it, right?" The employees were eager to try. The black cat should be the one to shoot the cat food commercial for kittens. Other than it, the other cats in the store were far from it. "This is it. Get the tools ready, it's time to work." Xiaoguo's eyes were full of excitement. "Our commercial will definitely get a lot of orders." The commercial designed by Xiaoguo was very simple. The general plot was, a litter of abandoned kittens was found by a big cat, and then the big cat brought them cat food. There were 2 kinds of cat food in the litter. One was milk cake for kittens and the other was canned kittens. Both were produced and sold by Xiaoguo, and they were also tested by a special quality inspection department. The quality was guaranteed. This was one of the reasons why the Jiaopa agreed to let Jing Tan take the job. Xiaoguo was worried that the big cat and the kittens would not get along well, but now that he was shooting the commercial, he realized that it was not good to be too clingy. The kittens refused to stay in the props. Even if they stayed in the props, as long as they saw Jing Tan appear, they would run over. The good thing was that this kind of situation was better than not getting along well. The kittens did show that they liked the 2 kinds of cat food, which made Xiaoguo more confident in his products. It took 4 hours to finish shooting and the rest was the post-production work. Jing Tan did not care about the post-production work. He just wanted to leave as soon as possible. He did not want to stay here and be a stay-at-home dad. Unfortunately, what made Jing Tan depressed was that the sky was cloudy and it started to rain. The weather forecast said that there would be no rain. Xiaoguo called the Jiaopa and said that he would send the cats back when the rain stopped. The rain should not last too long. In any case, the cats must be sent back before dark. Therefore, Jing Tan was forced to continue to stay in the studio. The good thing was that the 5 kittens were probably tired from shooting the commercial. After eating the cat food, they huddled together to sleep. There was a heating pad under the kittens' nests. The temperature had been a bit low recently and the big cats were not around, so the kittens could easily catch a cold. Xiaoguo had originally planned to let Jing Tan sleep with the kittens. That would save her a lot of trouble and make her feel more at ease. The heating pad was definitely not as effective as a real cat. Jing Tan closed his eyes and pretended not to hear Xiaoguo's words. Whoever wants to go can go, but I'm not going. During the break, the people who had not eaten lunch ordered takeout. Knowing that Jing Tan did not eat cat food, Xiaoguo prepared chicken rice for Jing Tan. While they were eating, the door of the studio was suddenly pushed open. Gu Xiaoming. Help. It was a woman who came in. She looked very young. She was holding an umbrella and her hair was loose. Jing Tan could not see her face clearly, mainly because of the hair and the black-rimmed glasses. The person who came in was holding a pet bag. Although she was wet, the bag did not get wet. Xiaoguo, who was eating his lunch, almost choked when he saw who it was. Yanzi, my name is Guomingyi, not Gu Xiaoming. I've told you so many times, but you still can't change it. What's wrong with you? Help, my Li Yunba is sick. The person who came in put down her umbrella and ran over in a hurry. Hearing the young woman say the name, Li Yunba, Jing Tan spat out the chicken in his mouth. How majestic and domineering did she have to look to be able to say such a name? So Jing Tan chewed the chicken rice in his mouth and looked over to see what the pet bag looked like. What's wrong with your Li Yunba? I remember you said that your cat was very strong. Xiaoguo ate 2 mouthfuls of rice and walked to the side of the studio. There was an empty space and a table there, so it was not inconvenient to treat the cat. After all, everyone was eating and it was not good to treat the cat. If it's sick, you have to send it to my brother. I sell some pet supplies here. Xiaoguo said as he opened the zipper of the pet bag. Isn't this an old classmate? I'm more at ease if he goes through the back door. Yanzi explained with a worried look on her face. As Xiaoguo opened the pet bag, Jing Tan finally saw the real face of Li Yunba. Holiest *T. The color of the cat's fur was like a fire scene. It was very special and domineering. This cat's fur was mainly black with some yellow and white fur mixed in the black. From a cat's point of view, Jing Tan felt that the cat had a strong aura and was not a simple character. It was probably very fierce when it fought. This was also the first time that Xiaoguo saw Li Yunba. He had only seen photos of it on the internet. After Yanzi contacted Xiaoguo, the two chatted on the internet. When Yanzi found out that Xiaoguo had opened a pet center, she was very happy and showed Xiaoguo a photo of her Li Yunba. However, the two did not talk too much. Yanzi had come to the store to buy vaccines and canned cat food, but it was the first time that she brought a cat here. Your cat. I feel that it is very fierce. Xiaoguo said. He did not touch it with his hands. He had seen a lot of cats and he could also see the emotions that the cat wanted to express at the moment from its eyes. Xiaoguo felt that it was better for him not to touch the cat first. Otherwise, there would be a few more bloody marks or teeth marks on his hands in the next moment. The cat was lying on its side calmly. Other than the slight change in its eyes when Xiaoguo approached it, there was nothing out of the ordinary about it. Xiaoguo just looked at the cat and asked, "How do you know that it is sick?" It often lies in one place and doesn't move much. In the past it would go out to play. When I teased it at home it didn't respond. Although it didn't play much before, it still had some reaction. Now it basically ignores the toys. It has been like this for a while. It is indifferent to many things and always stays there without moving. My neighbor said that it is probably sick. Gu Xiaoming, is it very sick? Yanzi was worried. Xiaoguo thought for a while and asked, has its appetite changed? Yes, it eats a lot. Xiaoguo nodded and said, it is nothing. Don't worry, your Li Yunba is just pregnant. Jing Tan was speechless. Why did this sentence sound so scary? Yanzi's reaction was even stronger after hearing this. She looked as if she had seen a mythical animal. Impossible, my Li Yunba is pregnant. It is a male cat. Xiaoguo rolled his eyes at her and pointed at the cat lying on its side in the pet bag. You don't have to look at anything else. Just look at the color of its fur. Tortoiseshell cats are basically female cats. The reason for this color is due to the random inactivation of the X chromosome. If the inactivated X chromosome contains a linked recessive gene, the color will be black. If the inactivated X chromosome contains a dominant gene, the color will be yellow. The inactivation of the X chromosome in different parts of the cat's fur is random, so the color of the cat's fur will be modeled like this, which is the color of yellow and black tortoiseshell. After listening to Xiaoguo's explanation, Yanzi hesitated. I studied computer science, not chromosomes. Yanzi and Xiaoguo were high school classmates, but they studied different majors in university. Didn't the people around you tell you that it is a female cat? Xiaogua didn't understand. Yanzi lived in an old residential area. The neighbors should be familiar with each other and should communicate with each other. If one person couldn't recognize it, how could others not recognize it? I don't go out much. Our neighbor said it is a male cat, so I named it Li Yunba. Yanzi was a little embarrassed. Yanzi's real name was Li Yan. It was a very common name. She was not good at dressing up, so she didn't have much presence among her classmates. The cat was actually a stray cat that was later adopted by Yanzi and brought home. Your neighbor? The guy with the middle parting who likes to wear shiny leather shoes? Xiaogua asked. Yes, that's him. Yanzi nodded. Xiaogua snorted. That guy brought his cat over last week to let the cat have a little dick. His cat is a female, so what's the point of having a dick? That guy probably thinks that it's easy to tell the gender of a cat from a dog. After knowing that her cat was pregnant, Yanzi asked a lot of things to pay attention to, and Xiaogua answered them one by one. When a female cat is pregnant, drugs and chemicals should be avoided, especially steroids and graymycin used to treat mold. The quantity, quality and type of food should also be paid special attention to. Yanzi brought a recording device and recorded all of Xiaogua's words. Okay, let's talk about these first. You can check the information yourself. If you don't understand, you can ask me. You can leave a message online or in the mail. I guess I'll be a little busy recently. When I'm done, I'll take some time to check the messages and mail. Okay, thank you. Hey, are those kittens? Yanzi's eyes swept over to the furry ball in the corner. Yes, a 6-week-old kitten. It just shot a commercial and is sleeping because it's tired. A commercial? A commercial for kittens? Can I see it? Xiaogua thought about it and didn't refuse. He showed some of the unedited clips to Yanzi. So cute, Yanzi praised. Then she pointed at Xingtan, who was resting on the highest cat tree after eating, and asked Xiaogua, "Is this the black cat's kitten?" No, the mother of these kittens is a short-haired domestic cat, and the father is a Siberian forest cat. This is confirmed. You can tell by looking at the fur of these kittens, Xiaogua explained. Then why does it get along so well with the kittens? Probably because it has a strong affinity with the kittens. Xiaogua didn't understand this question. Then this black cat is really special. Hey Gua Xiaoming, when my kittens are born, bring them over to shoot some videos. We may need to borrow this black cat. Xiaogua didn't say anything but looked in the direction of Xingtan.